is how prepared the show is, by the way. Yeah. No. Okay. So I was at work and and we were talking and I said, no, we should hang out. We should do something like outside of work, because all we do is complain about work while at work. So I was like, might as well do something else. So like around like 9 or 10 of us, we decided to like hang out. So we got dinner, and then the plan was to get dinner and then go to this karaoke place that we found. Okay, so we went to dinner, and it was fun. And then even though we said let's hang out and let's not make it about work, let's just hang out. All we did was talk about work, and but we had this idea to go to this karaoke place, and a friend like at work found the place and was gonna call to like us. We didn't know if we had to make a reservation, so she called, and she did this thing that a lot of people do that I know that I don't mind doing this for them, but it happens quite often. They start the call, they have their phone to their face, and then they go, "I'm too shy. I can't do this. You do this." Hand me the phone, and I go like, "Fine, I'll do this." So I grab the phone and I'm like, "Yeah," and they go like, "Yeah, what's up?" And I go, "Yeah, is this a karaoke place?" And they go, "Yeah," and I go, "Okay, it's like this Korean-inspired karaoke place, like with like the specific rooms and like." There's this button where like they come in with like service, so like if you want food or drinks or anything, they bring it to you there. And I know nothing of these things, but so I call in and I go like, "Yeah, I need to make a reservation," and they go, "Okay, how many people in your party?" And I go like 9, and they go like, "Okay, what time?" And I go, "I'm thinking around 10 p.m. Is that good?" And they go like, "Yeah, we're open from like 6 to like 6:30 a.m." And I go, "Okay, like 10 is good." And then one of them asked like, "Girls?" And I go, "Like 3 of us are girls. Like there's like 3 girls in our party, I guess." And the guy no like girls. And I go, "Yeah, like 3 of us in our party. Like, what do you mean?" And he goes, "No, like, do you want girls in the room?" And I go, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Oh, there's a service that we can send girls to the room." And I go, "What place is this?" Like I turned to my coworker and I was like, "Are you sure this is a karaoke place?" And he goes, "No, it's like a thing. Like they go there, they hype up. They're
meant to make the experience less awkward, possibly."
I don't think so. I think it would have made it more awkward. So I just went like, "You know what? No.
No, you should have asked, how much extra for the girls?
I didn't ask. I was too
you know what? I'm proud that you did it. I am proud that you did it.
It was so weird, man, because like I was like, no, it's all good. Thank you.
No, I don't need any of this. Fuck off.
It was weird. So, yeah. No, and then like, "Okay, well, confirm for 10. Yeah. So I hang up, and then I realized that all of my coworkers are just sitting there like, what just happened? And I went like, "I don't know. They wanted to send some girls to the room. It's a karaoke room, I think." And then we showed up, and it was like outside. It was like the shadiest looking place. Like it was on a second floor with like an outside ladder, and like there was no like completely covered up, no windows, only like one sign like pointing to it. And we were like, if we walk in and it looks as shady on the inside as it does on the outside, like we're leaving. And then we walked in and it was like super clean, like really like, yeah. And I was like, this is
you know why?
But okay, and everything went well.
No, okay, it's because if it looks nice on the outside as well as on the inside, property taxes are higher. So they wanted to keep it looking shady. That way they don't have to pay as much in tax. Or I don't know if that's how it is in Mexico, but that's how it is here.
I thought it would look like, I don't know, like any other place, but no, it really feels like it's a completely different space. So yeah, it was pretty clean.
I have a question. But it's a full karaoke bar though. Like they have rooms like for groups to go and do karaoke. Does it do well?
Yes. They have like, I have no idea. It's like the first time, and not like as we were leaving, because like we were paying at the end. They did force us to pay for like 2 hours because it's like it's this much for an hour and the minimum is 2 hours. And but they had everything. They had the equipment. They had the microphones. They had the lights. They had the speakers and everything. Yeah, it was cool. And yeah, and then at the end they asked us like, "How did you heard of this place?" I'm like, "We literally went to Google Maps. We typed in karaoke, and this place came up. Like, that's it."
Thank you, Google Maps.
Thank you, Google Maps, for like a very strange night. And yeah, so now I know. And then I was telling this story to some family this morning, and like the second that I said that the guy said girls, they immediately knew what they were talking about, and it took me a while.
See, I knew exactly what they were talking about, but Chema, it's because you're a young soul. You're an innocent boy. It's okay.
I'm like a year younger than you. What are you?
But Chema, you don't know about the dark things of this world. You don't know. It's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
I have a secondary part to that bit if you want. I can add a little something to it.
Oh,
so it has nothing to do with karaoke. It's just something that like just happened. So, you ever notice how as we're older now, we get to spend money on stupid things, right?
Yes. Yes.
What dumb things would you say that you remember spending money on? Like, what are some dumb things?
Like as
as an adult on stuff from your childhood.
As an adult and stuff from my childhood. Shoot. Maybe not stuff from my childhood, but like things that I would have bought as a kid now. Like if I was a kid now and I had the money, I would have bought that, but like not retro stuff.
Yeah.
That's what you're asking.
So
I don't know. Yeah.
I've been trying to buy some old Yu-Gi-Oh cards, but god damn, they're expensive as fuck.
Okay.
Dude, you have no fucking clue. Like, the old Dark Magician card I had when I was a kid is like $150 to $200 depending on the condition. Like, oh my god.
There are a couple of plazas like here that specify on that, and that you can go like physically, and people will sell them like new collectors and stuff. Maybe I'll go. And I'll see if I can find you one.
It's okay. Don't worry. Because I ain't buying no Dark Magician for $200. But also yesterday, you know what happened? Nikki was with me. Alright, we're in bed. I'm on my laptop. And I'm on eBay. And I'm bidding on one that says, it's called Dark Magician. Like it's a card. But the guy who put it up for auction spelled it Derek Magician. Like he misspelled it. Like you put Darek.
Okay. Oh, Derek instead of Dark.
Like he misspelled it. So I was like,
okay.
I think I'm going to steal this. Because up until the last like 2 minutes, no one else had bid. I put $4 down because I'm like, oh, like he misspelled it so no one knows about it. I'm going to win this. Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's probably not showing up on like search engines.
Right?
It's misspelled.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So 2 minutes out. Someone bids $5. I'm like, hey, boo, what do you think? She's like, bid 6. I bid 6. They bid 7. I bid 8. They bid 9. We bid 10. And I'm like, boo, I think 10's my limit. She's like, no, you keep going. Go 20. So I bid 20. They go 21. I go 22, 23, 24, 25. And we end up going to, I think it was, we went to $29. And right when I typed in 30, it expired. I was like, no. Nikki was pissed. She was like, what? No, this is bullshit.
Okay, question. Is it the one where he's got his arms folded, or is it the one where
holding his hat, the way you have it?
Okay. Is it
yes.
the shiny one?
Yes.
Was it in English? Oh, you're pissed
Dude.
out of luck.
No, it's from... No, not only that, it's because that was the one from 2002, Yugi's starter deck. So, it's holographic. It's a cool looking card, but it's fucking expensive too. I am currently, as we speak, Chema, as we speak, I am currently bid on 4 different ones, for each for various amounts, trying to win at least one. We'll see what happens.
This is what adults do when you get adult money.
Let me go back to my childhood, a less painful time. Speaking of childhoods, let's talk about Orphan First Kill. Thank you for welcoming us onto your screens or onto your headphones. My name's Eddie.
And I'm Chema, reviewing Orphan First Kill. And this is the rollback.
This is the rollback.
There's always been something wrong with Esther. After escaping from an Estonian psychiatric facility, Lena Klammer travels to America by impersonating Esther, the missing daughter of a wealthy family. But when her mask starts to slip, she is put against a mother who will protect her family from the murderous child at any cost. So this is the prequel to Orphan First Kill, taking place, I don't know how many years earlier? It says it took place in 2007. So, like, immediately?
The other one takes place... No, the other one takes place in 2007 as well, because it's right before the original. Oh, wait, it's 2 years before the original.
Okay. So this is 2 years earlier. It starts, once again, Isabel Furham as Esther, so she's the same actress, I think around 11 years later, like around that time, or like 12 years later.
Yeah.
And so she plays Esther again, and this also stars Julia Stiles, Rossif Sutherland, who I didn't know is the half-brother of Kiefer Sutherland, and Matthew Finland, and other actors in supporting roles. So this is the prequel to Orphan First Kill. Orphan, I think, one of the most remembered modern contemporary horror movies because of how subtle it is, how calm it is, and of course because of that very, very infamous twist. One of the great new twists of the new century, I think. The idea of this little girl killer being actually like a 30-something-year-old woman with I think dwarfism is the condition referred to.
Proportional dwarfism.
That's the one. I think Orphan is one of those movies that like people really remember for being like an original property, for the twist being, really unique. So here we have a prequel. It's one of those movies that I feel like, well, it didn't need a prequel. Like, we know the story, but apparently the reason why they did a prequel was because one of the most criticized aspects of the original one is the fact that how did she get from Estonia to the U.S. like without like legality of paperwork? But now we know why. This is a movie that explains the why. And I have a very what's up? No.
Go ahead. Yeah. I'll go on.
So I had a very specific reaction to the original one, and I had a more different but equally specific reaction to this one. So I cannot wait to discuss this because I love it when I'm watching a movie and slowly throughout it I go, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
I love it when a movie makes me does that, and this movie did. But I want to hear your reaction. What did you think of Orphan First Kill?
Man, okay, so, where do we start? Folks, for those of you who maybe been spoiled the ending of the original Orphan, it was, I think, about as big of a twist as, let's say, like Camp Sleepaway, where it turned out in the end that it was, that she was a boy, she was the brother all along, like, it's a very infamous twist because you really didn't see it coming. No one had any right to think that twist was going to come. So it was a legit game changer. Like, God, I think that's the only reason why the box office for the initial one was so high. $78 million against a $20 million budget. And that's a rated R slasher movie on original property, no less. But, nonetheless, this one had high expectations to live up to, and I think it lived up to it. Established a lot of tropes that came in Orphan that were established in Orphan First Kill. She's in an asylum because of the she murdered a family. She posed as a kid, got adopted, fell in love with the dad of the family, killed them all. the scars on her wrists and her ankles and her neck from her being in an asylum, and so much more. Man, Orphan first kill. It's also crazy though because it leaves the door open for a third film, which they've actually discussed possibly doing a third one. Although Esther was killed at the end of the first Orphan, I have no idea how they would do it.
A midquel, just her 2 years in that orphanage.
Yeah. Well, also look. Okay, so to start, I guess, props to the director, the cinematographer, whoever the hell is responsible for making sure that she still stayed looking young, Isabella Furman, because she did still seem like a child, toddler. Like she still did seem like a little kid.
Yeah.
They used but they did it practically. No de-aging. You know, they used practical effects. They used stand-ins. They used forced camera shots and so many other ways to make her seem like a kid.
Yeah. They used a double that's actually like a little girl for like the scenes where you don't really need to see her face. They used makeup, and she looks exactly like she did in the original one. Like it's kind of scary. It's
nuts, man. It's nuts. And then she seems to be. They establish how dangerous she is from the very beginning when the head psychiatrist even says, or the warden says, she is the most dangerous inmate in this prison.
Yeah.
It's not even close. And you see some of the that's not the right phrase. Some of the dangerous inmates in that asylum, in that place. And like the fact that he's scared of her, that they're worried about Esther, should speak volumes to like how dangerous and capable she is, which she is. Although I'm gonna say this right now, straight up, the first guard that she killed deserved it.
Oh yes, definitely.
No remorse. Yeah. Fuck them.
Yeah, that's a dangerous game you play when you're working in a place like that. You don't do that. You don't do that. I love how when the movie starts and we see this art therapy instructor coming in, because me and I feel like everyone in the theater knew immediately, oh, she's gonna die. like the second you showed up, I'm like this is not Julia Stiles. She's expendable. And but no, it shows you like what Esther is capable of just to escape, because the whole escape section. One, props to the movie for being fast. The whole movie's like an hour and 40 odd minutes, and thank God, I love me a shorter movie, so that was great. But I like that whole part felt substantial. Felt like a good part it felt like a good introduction, and her introduction when she's just sitting there drawing, and the art teacher comes in and like the lights are coming in and out, and you could see like Esther's movements like between every like change of the light. That was so creepy and so creative and so well done and full of tension. Like, the movie barely started. She's not gonna start killing like the credits haven't even finished rolling, but they made it feel so creepy. Like the atmosphere was so heavy in a way that it's campy but fun, and I think the movie like knows it and kind of played around with it. So I love the introductory shot. I love how she escapes. The second that you see, I kind of thought that we're gonna do like a Cape Fear kind of thing with like her like grabbing herself to the bottom of the car, but nah, they just established that she's like in the back.
See, that's another thing. Like, how the fuck did you not search your car? There was just a riot. Like, how do you not think? Double check. I'll be safe. Stupid.
Yeah, just.
That's harsh, but it's true.
Yeah, yeah. So there's that, and then we see the family. What are they called? The privileges. The Albrights.
The privileges.
Yeah. So they're led by Julia Stiles, who plays the mother. I have had a thing for Julia Stiles ever since I was a teenager and I saw 10 Things I Hate About You, okay? Like,
oh, that's who she is.
I don't know how to explain.
I recognized the face. I couldn't place her.
Yes. So she kind of fell off. Like she kind of disappeared, and she hasn't been. She's popped up in like a couple of things. Like she's technically like the lead girl in the Bourne movies because she's the I don't know. She's his wife. I've never seen the Bourne movies, but I know she's in them. And she was in Silver Linings Playbook, and she's been in a couple of things. But I kind of missed seeing her and stuff. I like that they gave her this character because her character has so many shades to her. Like only she could have played it in the way that she did. So I'm glad that she got that, and she did great. She plays. She stands toe to toe with this like new horror icon. Honestly, to the point where she can say really random things and they feel like a threat. Like I don't want to jump too ahead, but that part when she kind of figures everything going on and they force a deal, and then she goes up to Esther and goes, I'm gonna go fuck my husband, and then she like leaves, and then Esther is like genuinely looking like destroyed over it. Jesus, that was nothing about this movie should have worked, and then for some reason it did work.
That was just fucking cold blooded. But I mean, oh man. Okay, so to start, Julia Stiles, she plays the man. I don't know how to describe her because. She obviously they come from a family of privilege. Like, they even make a point of saying it a couple times in the film. Like, people in this country, people like me matter, you know, or their resources or whatnot. So there's that. They come from a very wealthy family. She plays the mom, like the Karen, very fucking well. Initially, I'm not gonna lie to you. Initially, I was on the side of the brother, because he kind of looked. Because when Esther first appears. He's like, hey, I'm thinking to myself, he knows it's not a sister. Like, siblings know. At first, I was like, okay, I'm on this kid's side. But then he becomes more and more of an asshole, and then it's like, oh, no, fuck this kid. And then we get to the twist later, but initially, I was actually on his side. Yeah.
It's not like I was on his side, but I knew. I didn't know the twist. But I figured the original one had such an iconic new twist that it can't. If you're gonna do a prequel, you want to top that. Like this movie doesn't feel. From the second it starts, I was like, this is either gonna be a cash grab, or it's gonna be like an actual.
Yeah.
Thing. And thank God it's an actual thing, because now I feel like if I rewatch it, the reason why he felt on the fence about it. Made sense. The reason why the mom was not cold because she was showing emotions, but at the same time she didn't feel like she wasn't broken down crying over.
Yeah, she was like, oh my god, my little girl. She was like, oh okay.
Yeah, the dad was, and because the dad was, and they had that difference, I was like, Julia Stiles is not under acting here. Like she's not being given by direction. What is happening here? And then when the twist hits, when she kills the detective, that's when you go, I have no idea what's gonna happen now. I have no idea what this movie's going for. And then as it kept developing, I was in love. I love when there is a bit to commit to, and even more when the bit is committed to. Like, yes, exploit the fuck out of this concept.
Man, I want to know who came up with the twist, with the idea, and I want to give them a very firm handshake. Good for you. You came up with a good idea. Good for you. Because, man, I didn't see it coming at all. At all.
Yeah, me neither. Like, I have...
No, but I was going to agree with you, though, because on a rewatch, you do notice the little things that add up to them being like, you're not Esther. But we can't say it out loud. What the fuck are we going to do?
Yeah.
But no, it's very... How do I say this? There's a lot of plot holes also in this film. Like, there are. Like initially, I'd be like, bullshit, DNA test. That would have been my initial thing. I understand why they didn't. It's 2007. Like, it's a plot hole, but also, dude, we're watching a movie about a 33-year-old woman who poses as an orphan and kills people. Shut up, suspend your disbelief.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you though, man.
Oh,
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
The mom and the son fucking deserved it though. Like, this movie recognized what it had to do. It had to twist it to where you were rooting for Esther now. You're rooting for the bad guy, but the only way to do that is to give her someone even worse to face. So it's nuts that, like, I found myself rooting for Esther because, I mean, what would it take for you to root for the psychotic little girl? Well, the mother covered up the death of her child by her other child, and her other child's a bit of a douche. Okay, I'm with you there. Like, it's smart. It's just, props to you.
Yeah, and the fact that they have to live with it and they have to, like, continue that whole thing. I'm like, the mom has a past. Like, the mom has seen some shit. Like, cause, like, you don't. How did she get there? Like, how did she get, like? And I like that they keep it very vague. Like, all they said is that the brother and the sister had a squirrel and she just died. Like, they don't say exactly what happened. I know because after I finished it, I was like, did I miss something? And I was Googling it and, like, looking for summaries. And, like, no one seems to have an idea of exactly what happened. They just say, like, oh, they had a thing and then they fought. They fought and she died. And you know what? I don't need an explanation. I don't. It was so fun. It was just so fun to be in that journey with them, and the fact that they had to, like, just deal with it, and the fact that their mom got so close every 15 minutes, the mom was like, you know what, deal's off. Like, let's just kill her. They were so down to just keep that. And it makes for, like, great drama too at the end when they're fighting and the house is burning and the dad comes in and he's faced with the option of saving one of them. It's like exactly like that. I was feeling in a similar way. Like, these movies like this makes us root for not the villain, but, like, we're not rooting for the victims. Like, we're not
Have you ever seen? You've never seen Dragon Ball Z, right?
I mean, in the same way that, like, as a Mexican, I've absorbed it through cultural osmosis.
Oh, okay. So this is the quickest thing I can equate it to. You know how initially everyone didn't like Vegeta because he was a bad guy, like, in character in Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a fight. There's a scene where Cell and Vegeta are fighting, right? And you have Piccolo and Tien and Bulma out on the lookout, like they're just, like, listening to the fight. And Piccolo goes, like, are we rooting for Vegeta? And then Tien says, let's be honest, we're rooting against Cell. There's a difference. Like, we're not rooting for Esther. We're rooting against Julia Stiles and the little shit.
That's how I feel every time I go vote.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's how I feel every time.
That makes perfect fucking sense. But no,
I like how I went with politics and you went with Dragon Ball.
It works. Hey, you know what? It fits. It fucking fits.
Yeah.
But no, the twist in this film, like the ability to get their ability to get us to cheer for Esther is a testament to the great writing in this film. And then again, that twist, the ideas that they had, the production, this is, to me, a very underrated, high-quality film, if for nothing else, for the practical effects alone. But solid story, solid writing in every way.
Definitely. I think it's like it's how do I explain it? Imagine, like, being a kid on Christmas and getting a very, very, very small box as a present, and then you open it and it's, like, the coolest thing ever. I can't, like, I don't know, like, it's bigger than the sum of its parts, you know? Like, the performances are great, the acting is great, the atmosphere is also great, but it feels like a smaller package, which is, I think, might be a perfect metaphor, because, like, Esther is tiny. So I don't know, it's weird. It's a weird. It's a feel like this is exactly how I felt about on Malignant last year. Like the creepy little movie that it's bigger than it should be. So it's great. And speaking of the writers, like, this is written by 3 people. David Leslie Johnson McGoldrick, David Coxwell, and Alex Mays. Two of them. One of them is the writer of the original Orphan, and the other two are James Wan's writers. So they're usually like the writers that he hires. Like they work on most of the Conjurings and on Aquaman. So it kind of makes sense that they would team up to work on this.
I swear to God, they better write Mirror out of Aquaman. I swear to God.
Oh God, yeah.
One can dream.
Spend a good time not thinking about Aquaman, huh? Yeah. And also shout out to director William Brent Bell, who I don't want to say this, but it's like his first good movie. So,
damn.
Because all he's done is like he did like The Boy 2, The Devil Inside, and that's it. So yeah, good for you, man. Good for you.
Let me see here. Who else is in this film? Oh, what'd you think of the true drama that I felt like they brought as far as like the dad shutting down after the little girl was taken?
Well, I thought that was very smart because it made you feel for the dad, and it made you feel like, okay, well, like he's not like if she's just staying in the house, like what harm is she doing? You know, like it made me side with Esther in that sense, because like he was so sad, and they kept showing the ways that he was just not painting anymore, and his paintings were so beautiful and so smart with like the nightlight thing that you figured, you know, of course you're rooting for this guy, and if she's helping, then you know what's the harm? But then you also know the mom, like, oh God, really smart, a movie that's way smarter than it needs to be, really.
What's it called? Do you think they'll do a trailer? Do you think they'll make a third?
I don't think so, but honestly, if you had asked me the same thing about the original Orphan, like would they make a sequel, I would have. If you had asked me when the original Orphan came out, if they would have made a sequel, I would have told you, one, either it's gonna be a cash grab and they're just gonna put her with a different family and do the same movie without like the fun twist, or that's it. Like that's the, because up until that then that's all we had. But then I saw this and I was like, this is how you keep going. So unless if they do a third one, they would need a third twist, and I don't know if they can, because like this is lightning in a bottle here, man. But if they can do it, if they can do another twist that's equally fun, sure, I'll take it.
Okay.
You?
I actually really hope they do a third. I'm actually very much down for it. I think it would be. I wouldn't mind it if it was the bridge in between, but the thing is, they'd have to find a way to make us root for Esther again. Maybe in the orphanage they're abusive, and Esther is more like an angel of vengeance. I don't know. Orphan 3, Angel of Vengeance. There you go. Boom. I just came up with your story.
Angel of Vengeance. Yeah. The only thing that I regret from this whole experience is the fact that you just spoiled Sleepaway Camp for me. So,
are you shitting me?
Thanks, Eddie. Yeah, it's like, why would you do that?
Were you planning on watching it?
Honestly, that's on me. Maybe.
Wait, really? Dude,
know.
That twist is so well known. That twist was on the Bravo list back in 2007. Before YouTube was even a thing.
I had no idea. I'd never seen it. I'd never seen Sleepaway Camp. I just... honestly,
I'll tell you what. Watch Sleepaway Camp 4. That one has a pretty good twist.
There's 4 of these?
Sleepaway Camp, there's 4. But watch the 4th one. That one has a hell of a twist.
The Survivor?
Whichever one was the last one. Yes.
That one? Sleepaway Camp, The Survivor. That one in 2012?
Yeah.
It looks...
It is.
cheap.
It is, but that twist. That's the one thing I'll give it. That twist, though.
Do I have to watch...
You're going to have to if you want to get the full story.
Alright. Goes my weekend's book.
No,
now.
don't waste your time. I'm joking. Do not waste your fucking time watching all those movies.
What? Damn it.
We'll figure out something better to do for Halloween.
Alright, man. you have
Huh?
plans for Halloween already? Do you have plans for Halloween already?
We're debating between one of four things: either Mario and Luigi, steampunk themed. What were the other ones? I can't remember the other ones. Steampunk, Mario and Luigi. Fuck, I can't remember the other ones. We'll figure it out later. Oh, how about you?
Right. I have no plans. Last year I didn't do anything because COVID was still going and I didn't have plans. So I had a costume, but I just never used it. So maybe this year I'll do that one or I'll do another one.
I have a completely hypothetical. Like, I don't know. Do y'all go hard for Halloween in Mexico or not really? Y'all do? Okay.
Yes.
Alright, just curiosity. I don't know. I know, like, y'all don't give two shits about Thanksgiving, for example. That's why I ask.
Oh, we don't even celebrate. It's not a thing. No, our well, it was just right now, Thursday and Friday. That's our going hardest. That was so I don't know if you know, but September 16 and 17, that's our Independence Day. So that's the day where we went hard. That was the day.
Are y'all hungover? Is the country hungover?
Yes, the whole country's hungover.
That, you know what? Good for the country. They deserve it. It's been a long couple years.
Yes, we've been through enough, honestly. But yeah, last thoughts on Orphan First Kill. I think it's great. I think it's really fun. I think it might slip under the radar because people are gonna be like, they did a prequel of this, why? And then they're gonna watch this and they're gonna go, oh, that's why. Great. I'm glad to see Julia Stiles back. She looked great the whole movie and she acted great. So what's not to like. I like Orphan First Kill. I give it 3 stars on Letterboxd. But yeah, why not bump it to 3.5? Really great.
Agreed. B. I'd give it a solid B. It's a good movie. We certainly could have done worse.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe because the expectations were very low, but I'm glad I watched this. Also, weird release way. Got released in theaters, VOD, and Paramount Plus at the same time. So that's random. Didn't think we were gonna get one of those again post-COVID, but okay, we got it. So that's our thoughts on Orphan First Kill. Fun movie, definitely check it out. What are we doing next?
Well, I was gonna suggest Blonde because, like, it's supposedly one of the most controversial movies of the last 10 years, but it won't be released on Netflix until September 28th. So, do you want to do Pinocchio and then Blondie and then Blonde, or do you want to do something else?
We can do Pinocchio. It makes sense that we would do that since it just came out. So yeah, let's do that, and then we can review something else at a later time. I am a little salty that Fernie reviewed Clerks 3 by himself, but it also makes sense. It's not out here yet. So.
Oh, well, I was actually supposed to go watch it with him.
All right.
Oh, my car broke down on the way. Oh, everything got taken care of. I was legitimately maybe 5 minutes away from the theater when my car was like, nah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, it's not out here yet, but the second that it is, I'm gonna.
Clerks 2.5. Clerks 3.5 review.
Clerks 2.5 review, I guess. Knowing myself, I love Kevin Smith so much. I'm gonna find a way to like squeeze it into my top 10. I just know, even if it's bad, I'm gonna pull a U and put in number 1, even if it's not a good movie like you did with Aquaman that year. I'm still.
I can't fucking tell. God damn.
How the fuck on the year where I put Roma at number 1, you were like, oh, Aquaman was pretty good. Like,
look, man, I like what I like. All right, DC fanboy through and through. I'm not saying I'm always right. I'm saying that's what happened. I apologize for nothing.
Well, I'll let it go. No.
Oh, also, real quick, Iron Claw. Can't wait to see that one.
Yeah.
The Iron Claw.
Which one?
A24 film.
What's that?
The Von Erich
the
family. Yeah, the Von Erich family. Oof, that's going to be a great one. Do you know about the Von...
I know nothing about the subject, so I've known nothing, but I feel like that would be...
Alright, I will tell you nothing.
Go in knowing nothing. Yeah, because like... what was her name? Fucking Lexi Alexander is doing a movie on
Ric Flair.
This guy's name. I know the whole story. No, I know the whole story, and for some reason I'm blanking.
Tell me the story.
She's doing a movie. He killed
Jimmy Snuka? Benoit?
No, the other one.
They're doing a movie on him.
Yeah. Yeah, Lexi Alexander is doing it. She's great.
But like they're actually going to shoot it, or they're still talking about it possibly?
It's confirmed, but they haven't started shooting it.
I want to know who's working on this fucking movie, though. Aftermath, Discovery, Memorial, Responses, Chronic, Steroids, Wikipedia, Controversy, Aftermath, and Legacy. I don't see anything. God damn it. I really do want to... Excuse me.
It's called... The movie's called Crossface.
Crossface movie.
Which I...
A biopic about the notorious wrestler Chris Benoit.
Yeah,
the Mercer side. Oh, it says it's been shelved. Dude, believe me, I want to see it.
No, because like Lexi Alexander is such a cool director. Like she did Punisher Warzone, and she did Green Street Hooligans, and she used to be an MMA fighter. Like she used to train Marines, and then she became a director. So all her movies are super violent. So I think she was like the perfect person to direct this. And also, she follows me on Twitter.
What? Why does she follow you?
I have no idea, but she follows me on Twitter, so I like.
You know what? I would watch it. Yeah. If Lexi did it, I'd watch it. But yeah, as explains, yeah, the Benoit family had it stopped. They're not rich, but I mean,
like I know why they. Like I don't understand why they did it, but come on. All right.
Wow, we got way off topic. Orphan First Kill. Go watch it, folks. It's great. It has a great twist.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us.
I've been Eddie. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'd greatly appreciate it. Listen to all our other podcasts. They're great, especially when I'm there.
Yeah, especially when I'm there. Thank you for joining us. This was the Rollback, signing off with a reminder to let the things that are dead stay dead.
Also, a reminder, don't let the movie Orphan stop you from possibly considering adoption.
Oh, yes, definitely. I believe that was a high point of controversy.
Yeah, no, they had to put a disclaimer at the beginning of the film, like VOD and DVD. If you buy it now, there's a disclaimer that you can't skip that says, please consider adopting a child and making their life better. This is purely a work of fiction. Please.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very smart work of fiction.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.